The lights burned bright above the ring as two warriors prepared to collide. Carl Froch of England and Jermain Taylor of the United States. The arena vibrated with anticipation, a low thunder of voices rising into a deafening roar as the fighters made their walk. Froch, unbeaten, carried himself like a man born for this moment. Tall, composed, chin slightly raised, the embodiment of quiet defiance. This was his first defense of the WBC Super Middleweight Championship, and he understood what it meant. Titles can be won in a night, but legacies are defended in fire. Across the ring stood Jermain Taylor, bad intentions, a former undisputed middleweight champion, a man who had once ruled the division and defeated legends. He had tasted glory, he had tasted defeat, and tonight was about reclaiming relevance. The referee's instructions were brief. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. The crowd held its breath. When the bell rang, there was no hesitation, no cautious circling. Immediately, the battle of jabs began. Taylor's jab snapped sharply, quick and precise. Froch answered with a heavier, thudding stick of his own. It wasn't just a fight, it was a contest of wills. Every punch carried meaning. Every exchange was a message. Taylor moved smoothly, confident and sharp. Froch stalked, calculating, absorbing data. The tension inside the arena was thick enough to cut. This was not going to be easy for either man, and it was only just beginning. By the second and third rounds, the tempo began to rise. Taylor found his rhythm first. His right hand, fast, explosive, started landing clean. Froch absorbed the shots, but the impact was undeniable. Taylor pivoted beautifully, slipping just outside Froch's reach. Then it came. A thunderous right hand. It landed flush. Froch's head snapped back, and for a split second the arena froze, before erupting as the undefeated champion crashed to the canvas. Gasps echoed from every corner. Carl Froch, the proud Englishman, was down for the first time in his professional career. The referee began the count. 6, 7, 8. Froch rose to his feet, steady but shaken. His eyes were clear, but the aura of invincibility had been cracked. Taylor sensed opportunity. He attacked again, firing another crushing right, then a left hook that sent Froch stumbling to the ropes. The American crowd roared with belief. This could be it. The former undisputed champion was turning back the clock. But Froch survived. He clinched, he moved, and the bell rang like a lifeline. Taylor returned to his corner energized. He had proven he belonged. He had proven his power was real. Across the ring, Froch sat quietly on his stool, listening carefully to instructions. There was no panic, only focus. He had been tested, and now the real fight would begin. Rounds 4 through 6 unfolded like a tactical chess match played at violent speed. Taylor continued to box smartly. His jab remained sharp, his right hand disciplined. He wasn't rushing, he was controlling. Froch pressed forward methodically. He began targeting the body, digging hooks into Taylor's ribs. Short, heavy shots, not flashy, but meaningful. He leaned his weight on Taylor in close exchanges, forcing him to work harder than he wanted to. Taylor still landed clean counters, a crisp right here, a slick uppercut there. His defense was tight, blocking and slipping many of Froch's heavier swings. But the question lingered in the air. Could Taylor maintain this pace? In past battles, stamina had betrayed him in the later rounds. Froch knew it, his corner knew it, and the crowd began to sense it. The Cobra was patient. He wasn't trying to win the fight in one moment anymore. He was building pressure, applying it slowly, consistently, relentlessly. By the end of round 6, the fight felt closer. The early dominance of Taylor was no longer overwhelming. Froch's jab started finding its home more frequently. His right hand was beginning to sneak through. Taylor's breathing grew heavier. The tide was not fully turned, but it was shifting. And championship fights are often decided not by who starts strongest, but by who finishes. As the 7th and 8th rounds began, the momentum quietly tilted toward the champion. Froch's jab became authoritative. It snapped Taylor's head back repeatedly, disrupting his rhythm. Froch marched forward behind it, tall, relentless, unwavering. Taylor still showed flashes of brilliance, a sharp left hook, a quick combination. But the snap wasn't the same. The movement wasn't as fluid. Froch's right hand began landing with more consistency. He mixed in uppercuts through Taylor's guard, lifting his head with jolting force. Each punch drew louder reactions from the crowd. The American fighter's nose began to bleed slightly. Fatigue was creeping in. Froch sensed it like a predator. He increased the tempo, forcing exchanges, backing Taylor to the ropes, not wildly, but persistently. Every round now felt like it belonged to the Cobra's growing pressure. Taylor's corner urged movement. Use your feet. Don't stay in front of him. But Froch cut off the ring effectively, trapping Taylor in pockets where the heavier shots mattered most. The fight that once seemed under Taylor's control had become something far more dangerous. It was no longer about skill alone. It was about endurance, and Froch was growing stronger with every passing minute. Rounds 9 through 11 carried the weight of destiny. Froch continued pushing forward, throwing straight right hands and thudding uppercuts. His confidence radiated through every movement. He believed. Taylor, brave and proud, refused to fold. He answered back when he could, firing combinations in bursts. But the space between those bursts grew longer. Froch was now winning the battle of the jab decisively. The Englishman's conditioning began to shine. His punches still carried power. His legs remained steady. His eyes burned with determination. Taylor's guard tightened as survival instincts kicked in. He moved less. He held more. Every exchange felt heavier. The arena sensed something brewing, the kind of dramatic twist that only boxing can deliver. Some believed Taylor was still ahead on the scorecards, but scorecards mean nothing if you cannot survive the final storm. Froch's corner urged him forward. Keep pressing. He's fading. And they were right. Taylor's movement slowed noticeably by the end of the 11th. His shoulders drooped. His legs betrayed subtle signs of exhaustion. Only one round remained. 3 minutes, for glory or heartbreak. The 12th round began with urgency. Froch came out aggressively, stalking behind his jab. Taylor circled, trying to buy time. But time was running out. Then it happened. A powerful right hand from Froch landed flush. Taylor staggered. The crowd erupted. Froch poured forward, unleashing a barrage. Right hand, left hook, uppercut. Taylor backed into the ropes, desperately trying to hold. Another crushing right sent him crashing to the canvas. The referee counted. 6, 7, 8, 9. Taylor rose, but his legs trembled. Froch attacked instantly, sensing destiny within reach. Punches rained down in relentless succession. Taylor tried to answer, but the storm was overwhelming. The referee stepped between them. It was over. At 2 minutes and 46 seconds of the 12th round, Carl Froch had done the impossible. Knocked down early, tested by a former king. Behind in the fight, and yet he found a way. The announcement echoed through the arena. Still undefeated, still champion. Carl the Cobra Froch. The British fans roared in triumph as Froch raised his fists high. Across the ring, Taylor sat exhausted, respected, but defeated. On this night, heart defeated doubt, and a champion proved that resilience can be more powerful than any punch. A fight remembered not just for skill, but for